evening. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. We are live in Providence, where there is a lot going on in the capital city. We are live outside of the AMP, and it's a big night in Providence because the WWE has its tribute to the troops. They've been doing this since 2001. That's going on ahead of tomorrow night's game. And here at the AMP, tickets are still available for the wrestlers. And happening across from the Providence Place Mall, there's a partial water fire in honor of the big game.
So obviously a very busy night downtown, and of course busy up in Foxboro tonight as well. 12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez is standing by up there. But first we want to go to Adriana Rosas-Rivera, who was here when the midshipmen arrived this afternoon. And Adriana, right now you are over by Water Fire, which is also a tribute to the troops tonight.
Yeah, Mike, Shannon, as you said, a lot happening downtown. And actually, we've got a procession happening behind us as they're lighting some braziers over there here by the Water Fire Basin. And this is all in honor of the big game. And it's truly showing how the Army-Navy spectacular game happening tomorrow, Saturday, is truly, literally lighting up Providence. Naval Academy's midshipmen making downtown Providence their home this weekend ahead of the Army-Navy game. And several were literally coming home.
Rhode Island.
Hundreds of them will be staying at the Rhode Island Convention Center. They were greeted by a band and dignitaries as they got off coach buses today after their nearly 400-mile trek up to Providence.
It really is. You know, it's like a welcome home ceremony too as well, knowing that they're going to do all great things for our nation.
But it's not all just pomp and circumstance, with officials seeing this as a boon for businesses.
So this, that's high on our list, is to make sure that we're developing our economy. And it shows that this is a world-class city, and it's a world-class state, and people are starting to recognize that.
And at the center of the naval festivities, former West Point student Jack Reed hopes there's a takeaway.
I think one thing that'll happen is that a lot of young people in Rhode Island will get interested in, I hope, the military academy. It's a great place to serve your nation.
The GM of the convention center telling us in the past we'd been turned down as hosts because of questions on where to house the midshipmen. This year, they finally found their home in Providence. All right, so we've got a torch procession happening behind us, folks. This is live TV happening in front of you. And again, all in honor of the big game. And now give yourself plenty of time if you're coming down to downtown Providence, because tons of events happening. And again, that WWE happening at the AMP, and the Water Fire Basin will soon be fully lit as these events are underway. For now, live in Providence, I'm Adriana Rosas-Rivera, 12 News.
Thank you, Adriana. And while there is a lot going on in Providence tonight, everybody's looking forward to the main event about 25 miles north.
Let's take a trip up to Gillette Stadium. Alex Torres-Perez is there, and she tells us about the arrivals that came by air and the ground.
Mike, Shannon, as you can see, the field here at Gillette Stadium is ready to go for tomorrow's Army-Navy game. And of course, you can't play a game without the ball. And it would be a little too easy for a referee to just bring that ball in a bag. No, instead, both Army and Navy marathon teams are running that ball from their naval academies hundreds of yards or hundreds of miles away. And that's a tradition that's been going on since the 80s. Step by step, the Army and Navy balls are making their way to Gillette Stadium. The Army relay team arriving this afternoon after running more than 200 miles from West Point in New York.
I can speak on my entire team when I say we're so excited to run this ball in. This is one of the greatest things that we do as a team. To be able to experience this and to be able to get to meet so many people during this experience has just been something so incredible, and I'm so happy to be a part of this team. Hundreds cheering along the way, including 4-year Army veteran Eric Bell.
Go Army, beat Navy, always, always. So for what they do, serving our country, it's the least I can do to show support.
The Navy ball is still miles away as the midshipmen had to run double the distance from the Naval Academy in Maryland. The group running in shifts with stops along the way to give them a chance to rest.
A lot of hills, so it's been up and down, but a beautiful day, beautiful town. It was awesome. What about this cold weather?
Sorry, it honestly felt really good.
Once both balls arrive to the stadium, it will be handed off to each of the branch's parachute team to fly down onto the field. Both teams practicing early this morning, excited for the big game.
There's nothing like coming to the stadium and hearing 60 to 100,000 people roaring. It's pretty amazing feeling.
Players and fans even describing it as their Super Bowl as the rivalry heats up ahead of the team's 124th matchup.
We're ready to beat Navy's butt.
Where pride may be on the line, but neither team truly loses.
On the field, it's personal. Then after the game, they're all brothers fighting for the same cause, under the same flag and for this great country.
And the Navy ball game is expected to arrive here at Gillette Stadium at 7 in the morning tomorrow. We'll go ahead and send it back over to you guys, where I know a lot of midshipmen are excited and staying there for tomorrow's game.